Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday mornings. Messages of love from above. Good to see everyone. I'm just going to get my desktop all set up here and we will get started here. Okay, get there. And let me just shrink this down. There we go. Now I can see everything a lot better. All right. So we are good to go. So welcome, welcome, welcome if you're new to my channel or new to these readings. Good to have you. We have a wonderful group of people, soul family full of love, 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 huge hearts, and great senses of humor. So enjoy the show, as we say. Before I get into the actual readings, I want to make sure everyone knows here is a video of the winners that I pulled last week. And then it also includes the drawing information for tomorrow. So if you want to see how you could possibly get into winning some additional readings, etc., check the video out. There's also important updates on uh, how I'm going to be, what I'm going to be offering, how often I'm going to be online. I'm kind of adjusting things a little bit to balance some other things in my life and some other things to bring as well. So if you want to know more, just check out the video. Also, I made an announcement on Friday, and actually in that video too, that I'm going to have 50% off most of my services for the rest of 2023 because I love you guys. So my pre-recorded personal readings, my Hedge of Peace and Love, and even my Wish Upon a Star astro reading. So you can check the video description of this video for details. It has the pricing in there as well, the on sale pricing. So I think that is it. Yeah. um, Tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes well today, I'm going to create a video on Mondays called Moon Day Mondays, which will talk about all the moon energy that we're going to be experiencing the following week until the next video, so that it gives us a kind of a heads up on what we're going to experience and how we can best use that energy for our week, because we are impacted, of course, by our emotions, and our emotions are impacted by the moon. And the moon every 2 to 3 days goes to a different sign, which influences us. So if you ever feel like you're like whacked out because one day you're all focused, the next day you're all fiery, the next day you're very emotional, or not the next day, but after a couple of days, and you feel like you're on a roller coaster of emotions, because we are, and it helps us there. So, um, that is what they have for that. And we just are finishing up coming out of a couple of days of Aries energy, that fiery energy. And let's see, I think it's actually in a couple, well, actually, this is 11 a.m. Eastern time. So it's been a couple of hours already. We moved into Taurus energy, and I'll talk about Taurus moon energy real quick here, just until I do the moon thing tomorrow. But Venus goes direct this evening at 9:20 p.m. Eastern time. So Venus has been in retrograde. We've been reflecting on how we love others, how we want to be loved, how we've been loved in the past, how we've loved others in the past. And now Venus is going to start to move forward again, which we take what we've learned and will apply it to our relationships going forward, whether it's romantic, family, friends, or whatever. And then tomorrow at 10:10 a.m. Eastern time in the morning, Jupiter goes retrograde. So Jupiter, we've been experiencing the pre-shadow, which I'll talk about this in the video about retrogrades when they happen too. But when it's we're reflecting backward, Jupiter rules over Sagittarius. It's our thinking, our learning, our travel, foreign travel, also our luck and our abundance. And so we're going to be able to have this reflection looking back on, how can I be grateful for what has happened in my life? That's a great way to use the energy for that as well. So I'm actually reading from a book here. If you ever, you can find information like this on the online too, but I like to give them credit, which talks about the moon in Taurus is the lady at her most solid and sensual, feeling secure and well rooted. So get ready for that energy that's happening right now. There's no need to stress or hurry, and definitely no need to change anything. We tend to resist change when this moon is in this sign, especially change that's not of our making, right? A little bit of stubbornness of, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. We'd rather sit still, have a wonderful dinner, and listen to good music. Appreciating the beauty of the earth, watching a sunset, viewing some lovely art, or taking care of money and other resources are Taurus moon activities. And of course, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is going direct. So, uh, that we're in the Taurus moon and that the Venus is going direct, it just amplifies this Taurus moon energy too. So there you go. That is the skinny on the moon energy. And now we'll get into the readings. So, I do have a couple donations that we'll start off with first here. So, Shivani Rawal, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. You'll be up first, and then Angelique. Thank you so much. And I'm going to use the round of tarot today. And let me just get this moved over a little bit more. Here we go. All right. So, Shivani, you want to know what are Vidit's feelings and intentions towards you? Oh, you're having a little fling. Oh, look at you. And where do you see us by the end of the year? Romantic relationship, marriage? All right. So let's take a look here. And thank you so much for your donation. Let's see. We'll start off with Vidit's feelings and intentions. So these are feelings and intentions here. And then this is the end by the end of the year. All right, that's it, huh? Okay. All right. I see that. All right. So their feelings and intentions here, we've got some hidden emotions that they won't share right away because they, there's the high priestess is all about, this subconscious, and there's a lot of deep emotion that's below the surface here. So there is a lot of hidden and unknown emotion, not intentions. They're not hiding intentions like, oh, I don't want you to know what I'm really trying to get out of you or anything. There's just a lot of emotions. They're very tentative in sharing emotion just because of how they grew up, and emotions were used against you when they were younger. So they learned to protect their emotions and not play their hand, uh, outright because like friends and siblings and even parents and family manipulated because of emotions, and so they learn to keep them close. Keep your cards close so people can't see your hand, and that's what's kind of there. But they definitely have this attraction here, passion and attraction, obviously attracted to your energy and your physicalness. And here's the also this Ace of Pentacles, which is about the intentions really through everything. The Ace of Pentacles is bringing up this growth in who they are and seeing their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So these are beginning stage feelings and emotions and things that are being triggered there. And so I don't feel like there's not swords here and the cups suit, which is the emotions, is what's being held deep, right? So they're not, I don't feel like they have specific intentions, like I have this end result in mind. They're kind of just in this allowing things to unfold, allowing things to flow and see where it goes while holding their emotions close to their chest and not really thinking about an end result yet. And that's where they're at right now with their feelings and intentions. By the end of this year, we've got the balance, we've got the Aquarius star card here, which is hope. It's also kind of wish upon a star type of energies. And I feel like you guys both probably feel this Six of Cups energy. It's usually nostalgia. It's usually this someone coming back from the past and blah, blah, blah. But lately, I've been getting the Six of Cups a lot, which represents this energy of a past life connection. Like you feel like I know you more I than I do. It's like in this lifetime, I've known you a little bit, but I feel like I've known you for a long time, and you have. You both have past life connections that are below the surface that everyone on the planet, all of our past life connections are getting activated, and we're seeing this connection and feeling these connections where we didn't feel them before. And I feel like by the end of the year, that becomes so evident and this strong connection. And it's like wish come true, dream come true. So I feel like it does advance into something feeling very almost like fantasy like that is just like how can this be so feel so right. And I feel like it has to do with not putting a lot of expectations on it, but allowing each other to be who you are and really um, appreciating who each other are rather than going, who aren't they being? It's like we've got a strong connection over lifetimes, and I don't need to rush. I get to enjoy the journey with you, is really what's coming in here. So that is what is coming through, Shabani. So hopefully that helps. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I like this story that's unfolding. All right. And then Angelique, thank you so much for your donation as well. And you'd like a live reading for you. You are very welcome, Shabani. Virgo and the Cancer you met for the days to come. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, will you meet? What's the possible outcome in general? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Let's just give these a little shuffle. Let's see what we have here. So, number one, will you meet? So, we'll take a look at that here first. No, none of those. All right. All right. So, that's will you meet? What's the possible outcome in general? Oh. Oh. Okay. I was like, well, I'm not dead, so it is gonna be live that you know of. Maybe I'm an apparition. I'm not really here. Wouldn't that freak everyone out? Oh my god, he's been on he died back in 1970, and look, he's been doing readings all this time. That makes a lot more sense to me. All right, let's see what happens here. Ah, too funny. All right. Well, so you do have the Two of Cups coming in, so this is always good with a love reading coming in. And I feel like you will meet. It's just some things are gonna be moved out of the way. You're going to meet after a significant change in both of your lives. Something has to get removed out of the way. There's this obstacle. There's something that's standing in between, and I don't feel like it's like one tower in the middle between you. I feel like it's two small towers on both of your sides. So this has to fall and this has to fall to open it up for you guys to meet. So there's just two little things that I don't feel like they're huge towers. I feel like they're small enough towers, but there is something that has to get moved out of the way for you guys to meet. And then what's the possible outcome in general? All right. And you got a few stacks of cards here. So this is the first one. I like this. We've got both of you riding in on fiery horses here. This is, I feel like they have to come a greater distance to meet you, than you do. So you guys meet, but you are this is the victory and balance, and, I like this energy. It's very positive, very passionate, but it's equal passion too. I just feel like with this is the fastest moving night out of them all, and I feel like they have to come a greater distance. It's almost like this, like they have to come this way to meet you, and you only have to go this much. So wherever you guys are meeting, I feel like they have to travel further, whatever that means. But the Six of Cups here is victory. This is very positive energy, a lot of passion, a lot of attraction. there, both physical and energetic. So we've got that starting off here, which we already know that there's this, it's destined, there's this significance of your relationship with the Two of Cups there. So it will happen. It's just a matter of when it will. And if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5 talk about faded things and how we can draw them in sooner, or how we can push them out to where it's takes longer for things to happen, and also how things can be end sooner, or they can be extended out, right? So I like those. All right, yeah, look at this. And then you've got 2 major arcana here. Here, again, a lot of movement, victory card here, power of choice coming in, and the Aries Emperor choice as well. So, I see a lot of I wouldn't call it stubbornness, but let's call it stubbornness for now, that, you guys are very much like to be in control, and you like to be the one. It's like if you both were dancing, you both would wanna lead. And it's like, "Okay, let's, simmer down, you 2, because if 2 emperors can't dance together, they go to war," right? And so but I like this about you both feeling you can stand up for yourself. You both get to make the choices on where things head, where things go, and I like that. I don't like the energy of, well, I need to submit and do whatever they want to do, or they need to submit and do whatever I want to do. I like the two emperors having peace talks and joining of kingdoms and doing things together, but both staying in their power and realizing I get to choose what story I put, what emotions, what energy, what actions, and they get to choose. I can't control that, so we're letting go of control, but I'm stepping into my power, knowing I'm the one that gets to choose what I bring in. They get to choose what they bring in, and I don't want them telling me what I should be doing, but also that means they don't want me telling them what they should be doing. It's this wonderful joining, if that makes sense. So I like that. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I see here with the Six of Pentacles, definitely take a look at that Take 10 with Zen, because this is episode 5, which talks about the balancing of giving and receiving. It's a good card. It is, again, this equalness coming in. You've got this, the equal passion, the equal giving and receiving. Um, and I like this. So definitely and all this too, all this balance, all this power of choice coming in here too is so important. Don't be in a rush. Allow things to unfold. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, which we already knew that there was going to be a little delay, with waiting for this obstacle to be removed. So allow things to unfold. There definitely is movement, with all of these knights here, you know, We've got horses here with chariot being movement, and the Knight of Wands, the fastest moving. But the Knight of Pentacles, it's like allow things to unfold in their time. Things will move fast and then things will slow down, and then things will move fast and things will slow down. And just remember that when things slow down, there's a reason for it, right? It's giving us the opportunity to reflect on our own self-love and things that we have going on, so that things will, that power of choice comes in. What am I choosing to bring into the moment? What am I choosing to, what's the story I'm putting to this? What emotion am I choosing? What energy am I putting forward? What physical actions am I doing? And we use that time when it slows down to go, oh, this is a mirror. What can I do with raising my self love? Because then that opens up the gates of how we can give and receive love to the humans as well. So I like it. It feels very positive. Just stay in your power and let them stay in their power. Respect each other's power of choice and action. And just keep an eye on the mirror, right? Yeah. And again, another 6 of cups. We got tons of energy. This is past life connections coming up. Um, and just for everyone who's listening in this moment, normally they say like we're 10% conscious and 90% unconscious or subconscious. And the energy in the planet has changed to be more like 11% conscious and, not 89%. So we've invaded a little bit of our subconscious, which is where a lot of these past life connections and emotions are bubbling up, and we're recognizing these connections in a big way where we didn't before. So we're suddenly going, why do I feel like I know them? And why do I feel like I know them? And we're like, wow, because we've known each other in the past lives. The veil is slowly, slowly being lifted because it's preparing us for where the planet is going next, little bit by bit. It can't just like rip it away and we're like, oh my God, our heads would explode. So they're easing us into it, but that is also there as well. So I like that for you, Angelique. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right. And I think that's it for my donation. So we are going to scroll up here and we will start off with the first free reading, which is Dijona. Hey, Dijona. So let's take a look here. You want a general. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. It's these two right here. All right. Wow, this is interesting. This energy that I immediately got here is that, you've got this beautiful, nurturing, um, nature to you, this, I won't say birthing energy, that sounds weird, but it's like nurturing and, well, there's a sensuality around you. You have this wonderful energy of mother in a way, not in a creepy way. It's just it feels very nurturing, very warm, very like I said, sensuality, right? And I feel like right now, you might have some people that are fighting over you. Like there's a group that are attracted to you, and this is like, they're like, "Hey, hey, hey," and you're like, "You know what? It's nice to be fought over, but it's they're almost like on the verge of treating you like an object, and you're like, wait a minute." And I like the Empress, the Queen of Queens, because the Empress rules over all the four suit queens, and I like this stepping into your power, and they see it. It's almost you're just like they can just feel the power rise within you. All you have to do is like raise an eyebrow and go, "Excuse me," and they're like, "Whoo, oops, so whoop, 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 whoop." And I like this. I like this, you know, um, sorting through these that are just attracted, but those who respect you as well. And I like this. I like this energy. So don't be afraid to raise that eyebrow and step into that power because you deserve that respect. So I like that. All right. And that's what they have for you, Dijona. So many blessings to you. And then Happy Peel. Hello, hello. You are up next. So a general reading for this week. Let's see what's coming forward here. All right. Well, you have this um the 7 here of wands is about standing up and being like standing up for yourself, standing true to you, right? We've got there's like this balancing energy too, because even though the star card is Aquarius energy, and it can be hopes and dreams, and this can be stand up for your dream and pursue what you're wanting. Don't let other people, drag you away from that. But you can see there's 7 stars here too, which really stood out to me, which is the balancing of the chakras. It's all the 7 chakras, and it's important for you to, 1, realize, is this your dream that you're defending and standing up for? Was it someone else's dream that was given to you? If it is your dream and you've connected to your higher self and you know what your dream is, then, definitely this is don't back down. Stay true to that dream, but really make sure that your chakras are balanced. You can listen to some On YouTube, you can just search balancing chakra music or whatever, and they'll have these meditations or these music you listen to balance all of your chakras and get into that place of peace, get in that place of connection, because that means that from your root all the way up to your crown chakra, from your feet into the heavens, you're in an alignment in that moment. And that's when you can connect to your higher self and validate and verify your dream, and then go, okay, this is what it is. That's my true north. And I'm going to stand by it. And whatever does not support that dream doesn't deserve my attention or my energy. So I like that for you, Happy Pill. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Right. We'll continue moving down the list here. We've got Magician. Magician. That's my, I don't know why I say it in French, but that's what comes through. So your angel message on your birthday, well, happy early birthday. And today is your birthday. So happy birthday to you. And we'll also pull a oracle card for your birthday, little birthday gift. So let's take a look here and see what the angels want you to know right now. Wow. This next year of your life is going to be so blessed here. You've got the 6 of Wands, which is victory and being seen, being recognized, and the Wheel of Fortune here, which is changes, knowing that whatever happens in our life, the Wheel of Fortune says, everything that happens in our life is for us. Just our human side sometimes has a hard time getting on board of going, how is that thing or that person or that situation for me, right? But the Wheel of Fortune, which is the tune of for you, the for tune, does tell you even your human is happy with what unfolds over this next rotation around the sun. It's like the wheels have been turning, over these last 365, 66 days, and now it's getting ready to go and start a whole new, um, a whole new rotation, a whole new progression. So I like that very much. A victory. They're like, just know that this next year is, what do they say? It's usually in the like the Chinese zodiac. It's a very, prominent, it's a different word, but it's a very prominent year coming up here for you. And let me see, what do they want here? All right, I actually want to give you a numerology card of all things. Let's take a look here and see. All right. What is coming out here for you? Oh, wow. Yeah. So if you're looking at to get into a spiritual career, or to put a spiritual tint to your career, it's very, um, very prominent. I got to think of the word. You know how they say it's a virtuous year, virtuous, prominent. It's like a very important year of your life. And it says this card indicates an opportunity to embark upon a career in the mind, body, spirit arena. This could be a full time or part time venture. It's entirely up to you. You may already have the credentials to begin this work now, or you may require further study before you're ready to start. Whatever your situation, this card is confirmation that you have genuine talents and abilities that need to be put to good use. You may decide to work as a clairvoyant, a life coach, a homeopath, or healer and see clients from your home. Or try your hand at being a card reader, numerologist, or astrologer at your local mind, body, spirit fair. You may choose to be a writer of inspirational books or blogs, or conduct workshops in the community. Regardless of what you do and however big or small the scheme, you can turn it into a career with the potential for success. So, in order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you to embark upon a spiritual career. And once you can know when the time is right, but no matter what, you must believe you will succeed. It says only you can know when the time is right, but no matter what. you must believe you will succeed. Remove the limiting beliefs that are preventing you from moving forward. Release your anxieties and trust in the divine. When you focus on being of service rather than your worries, your doubts, and your fears, the universe will send you opportunities to serve. And the affirmation for your card, I serve the greater good and am given all that I need. So that's your next year's affirmation. I serve the greater good and am given all that I need. And I love the pink um, energy here of the high heart chakra. So that's what's coming through for you, magician, which, magician, you of course are all about, this, you know, um, manifestation, right? Magician, master manifester. And so that's saying whatever you focus on, you grow and it succeeds. So you definitely have that coming in. No, Shalak, I haven't done your reading yet. All right. So up next, we've got Shravani Nagosi. You are up next. So happy birthday, magician, and many blessings to you. Sorry. All right. So, Shravani, what will happen next in your love life? Let's take a look. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. Let's see what we've got here. So, what is next in your love life here? All right. Well, so sorry. So, you've got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, right? And the Seven of Swords really is this indicator of what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have deceived us or deceive us currently and cheat us out of opportunities, right? So there is this what happens next in your love life is things will continue to repeat. You will continue to have deceptive people come into your life to be a mirror for your own thoughts and beliefs that are deceiving yourself. And it's good. We want that because otherwise we'll continue deceiving ourselves and keep repeating the same thing, doing what we've always done and get what we've always gotten. But we want this. It just feels like there's been a multitude of these mirrors and go, why are people so untrustworthy? And like, oh, how are my thoughts untrustworthy? And how can I like align those and understand these beliefs I have about myself, this beliefs around love that I can release because these are lies, these are deceiving, and how can I free myself from them? So, as you connect more to the capital T truth of the higher realm, see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, you start cutting away these fears of, I'm not lovable if, and that's what we start making this list of deceiving thoughts and beliefs. These when these things happen, these are what my mind is telling me I'm unlovable. Write them down, question them, and go, "Is that really about me?" Like, if someone cheats on me, it means I'm unlovable. BS, right? Bull hunkimofo. It's not. That means that, someone else, is going through whatever they're going through. Their actions tell me about them. My actions tell me about me, right? But, we learn from things too, going, oh, because I know I had like 3 out of 5 my relationships, they went outside the relationship when we agreed we wouldn't. And later on reflection, I realized, oh, they were showing me how I was cheating on myself with them because I was looking for my self-worth out there instead of from myself. Self-worth is here, retail price is out there. What value I feel other people put on me, that's retail. My self-worth comes from inside, but I was cheating on myself and defining myself by their actions, their words. So write down these things. This means I'm unlovable. If these things happen, this is what I fear it means. And then question it. And that sets you free. And then that allows new passion to come in, new energy to come in, which ignites relationship, which ignites love to draw it in. But until we do this, this energy that we're focusing on, when we focus on our fears, we draw in things that match that. Like attracts like. So the Page of Wands tells us that when I'm focusing in on that lower vibrational fears, I draw in lower vibrational people, relationships, experiences. And as I cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, and I raise my love vibration and I draw in new experiences that are more in alignment with that. So that's what's coming in for you, Shravani. So many blessings to you. And that is what they have. Right. And Kritika, we'll be back to you here in a moment. I do have a donation, so I shall return. Thank you so much, Mia Mia, for your donation. I appreciate that. Hello, hello, hello. Lots of love to you as well. You want to know, will F have jealousy feelings towards you when he know you'll move? All right, let's take a look here and see. When you move, what is F going to bring in here? All right, what else? All right, let's see what we have going on here. All right, I see here with these cards coming in, the jealousy, which is I just it's they're a very interesting person because what hits them first here is, wow, you're going to go live your dream. I wish I could live my dream. And this isn't about relationship. This is about their overall, everything that makes up their dream. They're like, I wish I could do that, but they feel they can't, right? They see you here. I mean, in both of this is wishes come true, right? Well, the 8 of Cups is leaving behind emotions and people and whatever, and heading off to the 9 of Cups, which is the dream come true card. And so both of these coming together here are telling me that their first reaction is, oh, I wish I could leave everything behind and go live my dream, the dream I want to live. But it's not about you, This is about they have this grandiose dream of who they think that they're supposed to be, should be, need to be. And this isn't their higher dream. This is the dream that they've been inundated with all their life of, like, I want to be a movie star and blah, blah, blah. It's that kind of thing. I wish I could just go pursue that. But where you are fine tuning your true dream and you're following your heart, your high heart. You're not just flippantly going off to go live this dream that's, in your that people have been given you. You are pursuing what you truly want, what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart feel full. And that's something else that stands out for them there, is that, wow, you you see that. um so I don't feel like they're jealous of towards you. I feel like they're so self-focused. I just feel like they are always looking at themselves, which, cut them some slack with that, because they just have such an intense environment that they've grown up in and are living in, about this high bar of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must, just boom, 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 that they're always having to analyze, am I meeting up or not? Where am I at? Because I can't fail, because there's great I don't want to say punishment, but great amount of dissatisfaction and disappointment that is shared at them from these important people in their life, like family and mainly family, grandparents, parents, even siblings are like, oh, you failed, because I feel like all those siblings point out everyone else's faults because they want to turn the attention away from any of their faults to them. If I can keep them looking over there, then they can't, look at me. So that is what is happens with them with the move. And I'm okay with you walking away and leaving that relationship behind, because where you're headed, where you're going, and I know you like him, but it's okay to let him go, because I think the more you understand where they're coming from, you're like, "Yeah, this really isn't about me, right? It's about how I impact your life, not you're not really thinking about me, you're thinking about yourself, right?" Because when you move, you have the 6 of wands, there's victory, there's movement, and there's someone that you find that offers equal passion, 3 wands on each side. So you're seen, they see you and it's like not that they put you on a pedestal, but they do honor you and they respect you, which I like, because in addition to that victory with your move, you also have the Sun card, which is one of the most victorious cards. Fiery Leo energy, again, a lot of wands energy here that comes in here. You also have the King of Pentacles, so a great amount of abundance. All of this victory, victory, abundance, abundance, abundance. And you have the Queen of Cups too. So trust your gut, trust your intuition. You have a great amount of emotion, wonderful emotion that comes in with all of this. I just feel this. I mean, all of this is very, very, very positive energy with where you're moving and where you're going. So I feel like Spirit is saying it's okay to let them go. They meant, whatever was meant to be learned with the experience with them, you've learned, and now it's okay to go forward because where you're headed, it's like keep your eyes on where you're going, not looking backward. They're saying, go forward. This is meant to be where you're going is so abundant. They'll be fine. You're not meant to be more to them than you were. You were this reflection. Again, a big piece of like, wow, you're living your dreams, you're investing, you're moving forward, and they aren't. It's like they're showing me. I always use a caterpillar and a butterfly because there's great stories with them, but it's like a caterpillar watching another caterpillar go into the cocoon, come out a butterfly, and they're like, "Whoa!" And then the butterfly goes off flying, and they're like, "Wow, I wish I could, go with you." And they're like, "Well, you could have if you would have gone into a cocoon and transformed. But now, as we, one of my little emoticons here. Let me just make sure where I'm at here. Yeah, critique it. One of the emoticons that I was able to create for my members is this one right here, which I love. It's a butterfly carrying a caterpillar, which you never see in nature because it's time, um, if they are wanting to become a butterfly enough, they will go into the cocoon and have their butterfly journey, but you can't wait for them. You've got butterfly things to do, so you go do butterfly things. So that's what they have, Mia Mia. I like it. All right, you are very welcome. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. And Kritika, hello, hello. So you wanted to know why did your crush what did they think or feel when you wished them birth? Okay, yeah, I remember that question. We did answer that in yesterday's, and they're bringing it back to me, which is amazing with as many readings as I do. If you want to see the cards, just check out yesterday's reading. Um, Whenever you had asked that, I think it was in the morning. But they were so busy. They had so much going on that they were like, they had a moment of joy of going, oh, thank you. And then they were so busy, so many greetings, so many things going on that they were like, yeah, I don't feel like they had any expectations. Like they wanted you to wish them a happy birthday. They were looking forward to it. And they were like, everything's on hold till I hear that happy birthday from you. And now I can be happy. It was just something that was an additional added on to their birthday. I didn't feel like they had like this, um, it wasn't like a pivotal point of their birthday because they had so much going on, so much activity, so many well wishes, so much. I feel like they're very popular and they just had so much. So, um, that's what came through there, I know. But that's on a birthday, that's different. If you're just telling them something out of the blue, um, outside of a big event, then you would see, and get your what you're looking to understand. How do they feel about me? What's going on? But I feel like they're just very popular. So, but that's what was going on there. Yeah. If I didn't get it in the morning, I did come back after my session with the praying mantis. Let me see. I don't think I did. I save those from yesterday. Oh, I might have. Let me see here. Um, oh, they're in my trash. I can't look at them right now, but it was there, and that was the summation of it. I remember it very clear. They're bringing it back very clearly there. So that's what's happening. So hang in there, my dear. All right. And then Divine Feminine Chronicles. You want to say, have a general love reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to know about love, love, love right now? This one and this one. Oh, and that one too. All right. All right. Yeah, you've got the sixes coming in here. This very much balancing energy here. You've got in the middle the Queen of Swords, which she rolls over, you know, swords with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which is balancing of heart and mind. And so the message here, especially with Six of Pentacles, which is balancing of the outside world, and the Six of Wands, which is three on each side, balancing of passion, there is very much this um I don't know. It's like understanding what is of the mind, like our fears, the thoughts, the belief, the mindsets, the stuff that we've been given on what we're supposed to want in love, and what our heart truly wants. And there's this balancing because we've been given so much, inundated with so much thought and belief around, what we're who someone's supposed to be, who we're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, how we're supposed to meet, how it's supposed to unfold, where it's supposed to lead to. It just sucks the life out of relationships because it's like trying to complete tasks instead of an adventure of the heart. And I feel like this is what is coming in, is allowing and knowing that you don't have to overgive. You don't have to be the one that pursues and gives so much. Allow yourself that grace and this clarity to come in of, this is what I'm willing to give, and then they can give um the other. Or it's, relationships, yeah, they go back and forth, they're not 50-50. But when your relationships are usually 80-20, 90-10, 80-20, 90-10, you realize, why am I over giving and they don't give me a lot back? That Six of Pentacles, um you know if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen um playlist, there's episodes 4 and 5 talk about fated events like romance, like love, that they don't have like a, it has to happen on this day at this time. It's more ranges. It's like the earliest it could happen is here, the latest is here. It could last, only this long or longer, and it has to do with our conscious energy and these subconscious beliefs of giving and receiving, which are episodes 4 and 5. So I encourage you to check a look at those. They will give you tools, especially if you feel like, I've been looking for love and I feel like, there's these force fields keeping it away from me, or I feel like I always have to overgive to get very little. It brings some good awareness. So check those out. It's a playlist on my main page at the very top. Take 10 with Zen. I think it's episodes 4 and 5. You'll see they're about fate. So that's what they have for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles. I like it. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. And Swaroop Bobby, hello, hello. My apologies if I mispronounced that. And you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look and see, what does Spirit want you to know right now. All right. All right. 3 cards. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Wow. So you're in this wonderful choice point in your life here, because you've got the Hierophant here, which is like your higher self drawing you higher to see the capital T truths of what do you truly want in life? Like, who are you really? What do you really want? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to share the love in your within your high heart with the world, right? And that Hierophant is this invitation to see things from that. You also have the Three of Cups, which for me in this scenario represents your spiritual posse, your guardian angel and your angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors. So you definitely have this um, nudge from spirit of, pursue, come here, step away from all the noise, all the blah, blah, blah of the outside world and connect higher because one, they have tons of messages to give you here, but they're also wanting you to see the truth of what you truly want in life, which allows you to step outside of all these dreams and fears that people have instilled and gifted you with your entire life that keep you trapped and keep you kind of drug into trying to live up to what everyone else has wanted you to be. But this, like I said, a choice point because you've got the Chariot card, which is your power of choice. You are at this point of movement, and it's like they're saying before you take off and head a direction, make sure it's the direction you truly want to go in. And they're just like, I feel like they're saving you time because if you head off here, you'll get nudged and you'll end up coming back here. And that's okay. We all are on this scavenger hunt. Our path in life doesn't go like this. It's all over the place, right? And eventually we go in this direction of where we're wanting to head. It's all about the experience and the journey anyway, not the destination. And this power of choice lets you know that regardless of what unfolds, there is no wrong choice. There's just choices of unconditional love, joy, peace, gratitude, right? Or the fear of losing conditional love. Every moment is a choice between one or two, higher vibration or lower vibration, you know, um, choices of fear or choices of unconditional love, right? And there's this great awareness that comes in with the Chariot card that every moment life isn't happening to me, it's happening for me, but I'm making the choice about what's happening, you know. I choose the story that I'm putting to it, even though we've been given a lot of opinion, like I mentioned, on what something's supposed to mean. Ultimately, I can change that. I just took it on their opinion as my opinion, and then it became my habit. And then, so it's my habit to say, when that happens, this is what it means. When that happens, this is how it feels, how I'm supposed to feel. When that happens, this is where I'm supposed to invest my energy. When this happens, this is where I'm to, what actions I'm supposed to take in the physical world. Those are the four suits of the minor arcana: our thinking, our emotions, our energy and intention, and our physical actions. I control by my power of choice what it is. Now, I've been influenced, like I said, out of habit, but you can change your habit. You get to choose. And so this is all about taking your power back and pursuing what you really want to do and where you want to go. And it allows you to feel less at the whim of things happening in our life. Because when we believe, when this happens, this is what it means, and feel, and blah, 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 then I'm kind of afraid and want to control what comes next because it controls me. But when I realize I decide what it all means, I think it's James Allen. He said that it's not the situation that determines how it impacts someone. Otherwise, every single situation would impact everyone exactly the same, but it doesn't. So it's the person going through the situation that determines what it means to them. A big aha, right? And very empowering. But this is what they have for you right now. So Arup, Bobby, so many blessings to you, and go forward and conquer. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list here. No, Schlock, you're like probably about 11, 12, 13 more people away. So not yet. All right. So Marie Jones. Hello, hello. You want to know what can you expect in September? let's take a look here. Well, I know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't, do my little laugh there because it's like, "Yay, 7 of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit." So, September has a lot of doing, as they say in, I think it's a Buddhist, saying that says, chopping the wood and carrying the water, doing the daily things, knowing that things take time to come to fruition and grow, but also when things are going slower and taking their time, it is this nudge to look at ourselves. And we have the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self, not being swayed off the path by people who are supporting you or the naysayers, the people that no matter what you do, they're going to find something that you could have done better in their opinion. And so they're always like, I can't believe you did that. Why are you doing it that way? You should do it this way, blah, blah, blah. Right. Those we normally identify and we're like, you can stay outside. But the people who are supporting us and are like, oh, I'm so proud of what you're doing and da da da, they might instantly say, have you ever thought of doing it this way? And inside, we're like, I don't want them to become a naysayer. So we might bend our authentic path more towards non authenticity because we're afraid to lose support. So, this message that's coming in here for September is about you being true to your authentic self and knowing that the path has slowed down, because it's like you're coming to this fork in a road and you can't be going 90 miles an hour and take these turns. It's you're either going to go this way and continue on the path that you've been going on, or take a more authentic path and go this way. And so things slow down, because it's like exit at 45 miles an hour. So you slow down to take the corner so you don't flip and explode, right? And so the slowness is allowing in September for you to see what authentic path you really want to take. Or if you're going to, continue on the non authentic path for a while longer until the authenticity call becomes louder and more intense, because it eventually will become very loud for us because it's our soul's heart beating very loud going, I want to sing, I want to feel full. And if we don't take that route, they just get closer to our ear going, I really really want to feel full and sing. And eventually we're like, okay, okay, becomes so uncomfortable not living our authentic life that it outweighs the fear of, what it means if I don't keep on this other path. So that's what's coming in for you, Marie. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Magana. And for anyone new to the channel, if you check out the description box of the video, it tells you about the process, on how all the free readings work. So you guys can check that out. I see people asking if they can be added to a list, but there is no list. The chat is the list. So, and I do prioritize donations, so I step outside of those to complete those and honor that energy exchange. Otherwise, it's first come, first serve. And I'll be on for about another hour, and then I'll be headed off to my praying mantis session. All right. So Magana, hello, hello. Anything exciting coming towards you? It's been a little boring for a while. All right, let's take a look here. I know, enjoy the boringness, right? There's probably some people that are like, I wish it was boring. It's been like nonstop for me. But the grass is always greener, right? Well, we do show that you do have a death and a rebirth coming up here. Let me see if I can get these three cards this way. All right. So we've got, of course, the death and the rebirth card in the middle. So we definitely have this transformation that's coming up. And you've got the Hierophant, and both of these are major arcana, so they're significant. And you have a royal as well. So definitely some significant changes coming up here. There's going to be something that really rattles your belief systems here, because the Hierophant is this invitation to see things from a higher perspective, right? As well as the Queen of Swords here, who she rules, co-rules over, thought and belief and mindset with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which balances the heart and the mind, right? And so this Ace of Swords allows you, like the Hierophant, to see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love. And it allows you to question some old beliefs, whatever was impacting you and holding you back here, because you've got this, this death and this rebirth means whatever has been kind of just going along, there's something that just they're showing me like a commercial of, someone watching a football game on their couch at home eating chips, and all of a sudden, here from the side comes a football player that tackles them off screen. You're just like, "Whoa, what just happened?" And I feel like that's what happens is something comes out of nowhere that knocks you off of your norm, and you're like, "Whoa, what just happened?" It's sudden, it's comes out of nowhere, but it does challenge your way of thinking. It does challenge, and it's significant with the death card and the Hierophant. So you definitely have this happening here. Let me see here. Yeah, well, it's like anything that you can tell us, and like, nope, here it is. Justice card again, balancing out. Here's the Ace of Swords. So it definitely does have to do with the thought and a belief and expectation, something that you're like, well, this is the way life is supposed to be. And it's like, well, let's change that belief with reality. And so this reality comes in because you got three cards that to all talk about, and three major arcana too. Well, two major arcana and this around thinking, and then of course the death card. But you've got this huge questioning of a belief you've held for a very long time, and it just opens up your life in a big way. And I wanted to know what area of your life, but they're like, here, justice card, and you're like, well, it's thinking, but what about what area of life? They're like, surprise. So I guess that it needs to be a big surprise for you. So get ready, Magana. Here it comes. All right. So that is what is coming in. So many blessings to you. Yeah, it was in the I think it was in the morning critica, not last night's. And if you listen to the last two lives, did you listen to the one that was the one in the middle? I gave you the message. It wasn't more than that. But if you comment on either this live or comment on like yesterday's morning's live after I'm done here, I'll go try to find it for you. But the message was, I remembered the message very clearly. Um, but I can do that for you. I just can't take the time now, of course. All right. So Mish T 01, you want to know what are D's thoughts and feelings towards you? All right. So let's take a look here. Let's see. Thoughts and feelings. Wow. All right. Well, we have they wanna take their time here. The temperance card is something that takes a very long time going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That comes in there. And, we've got the world card here too, which is about endings of old cycles and beginnings of new. It's the last card in the major arcana. So, I feel like this energy here, their thoughts and feelings, they don't have a whole lot of intentions. They wanna take their time, but they also want it to be an adventure. The world card being the last card in the major arcana starts over at the Fool card, which is free. It's like a little kid on an adventure. I don't wanna be told no, or supposed to, or should, or need to, and any rules. I just wanna go on this adventure, and I just wanna take my time with it, and this is the kind of energy that's coming in. They don't have a whole lot of like, "Oh, you're my everything," or "I want this, and this is the next step," and everything. It just feels and usually and it feels like what they're coming from a past of a lot of rules, a lot of restriction, a lot of, supposed tos and shoulds and disappointment, being told they're disappointing and all this, and they're like, "I just don't want any expectations. I just want to be free. I wanna be appreciated for who I am, and I just wanna go on this adventure, enjoy the moments, and not rush to a destination." And this is the kind of energy that's coming in right now. So that's what's coming in, Mishti, right now. Very, very freeing. They're just like, can't we just go on this adventure and enjoy it without trying to define it and having checkpoints of what we need to get by a certain point by a certain time. I feel like they've had so much of that in their life. They're just ready to wander and have fun and enjoy the adventure. All right, so that's what's coming in. Many blessings to you and spiritual love. You are up next here. So many blessings to you here. All right, and a general reading. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now, spiritual love? Let's take a look here. All right. So you've got the 7 of Wands here, which is this energy of, taking a stand and standing up for yourself, but it has specifically to do with your dream come true. 9 of Cups is like emotional wish come true. And it's like, well, what is, I like always clarifying before we make a stand, is it something I want to stand for? And if it is, if I know that, yeah, I know what my emotional wish come true is, like my dream come true is, I'm going to pursue it. I'm not going to let anyone deter me. I'm going to stand strong and I have you have the upper hand here being at the top of the hill. It's more difficult to attack. But these people, if you just realize that these people that are defensive or attacking your dream is because one, they may not know what dream they have, or they have a low self-worth and they're like, why do you get to have your dream and not me? And don't let that deter you because you are investing the energy. You have the ability. And if you know what your dream is, this is all about, go for it. Don't hold back. What are you waiting for to live your dream? To die? Live, don't exist, live. Use that dream as your North Star, as your true north, and use it to make decisions in your life. If it doesn't support your dream, then it doesn't deserve your energy. And I like that. That 7 of Wands, too, is all about the energy. And it's like, you don't need to invest your energy in protecting and trying to make all these other people happy. You can use your energy to pursue your dream. So that's what's coming in, spiritual love. I like it. I like it. Live the dream. And if you don't know what the dream is, then take time away to find out what the dream is. And that's what comes in. So, all right. So many blessings to you. And then Janice Kath, you are up next. Hi, hi. So, how will things with Rafal go? All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about you and Rafal here? All right. Wow. Well, there are a lot of deep emotions here. There's a lot of unknown, with the moon card. There's a lot of hidden emotion. It's very deep and subconscious here, but I mean, definitely with these 2 cards coming in, the emotion is going to make itself known. There is movement of emotion with the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Cups is about partnership or at the very least a very important relationship between the 2 of you. I mean, with all of these, it definitely feels like there's a lot more emotion there than they're letting on, but it can't keep itself hidden for very long with all of this coming in here. So I feel like you're going to have this emotional movement and you're going to have this um, revelation of how they feel and how you feel about each other come in, and it does move into an important relationship. With all this emotion and movement and flow, especially with the moon card, it's trusting the cycles. Is don't feel you have to rush it. Just enjoy the cycles. We don't want to just rush to get to the next full moon, to the next new moon, to the next full moon, new moon, because then life is gone because we've rushed to get to the end of it. It's like enjoy each of the phases of the moon. Enjoy the sign that it's in, which is what the moon goes through, a different sign every couple days. Enjoy the transformation, enjoy for what it is, and don't try to rush to get to anything like a destination, because you're going to lose the beautiful steps along the journey. Because we can enjoy the now in each step as well as the destination, but it's this life is so much about getting from here to there and enjoying the steps. On the other side, we don't get to experience that. We go, I wonder what it's like over there. Psh, we're there. We wonder something, we know it. Here we get to experience getting from here to there. And so allow yourself to enjoy that. So that is what's coming in for you, Janice. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. So thank you so much, Angelica, for your donation. I appreciate that. So you will be up next. And for everyone else, Goldie, you'll be the next free reading coming up. So thank you so much, Angelique. I'm sorry, Angelica. I had Angelique a little earlier. So, is being patient with Trey worth it? I like it. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here for you. Is it for your highest experience to be patient with Trey? And if you are, let's take a look here and see what's the outcome of being patient with Trey based on current energies. So we'll let you see here. Well, okay. Okay. Well, it appears to be a yes on here because the first card coming up is the Ace of Cups. One of the things that um, you learn with trade and the patience that's needed is this is self-love. You are being granted, you are realizing you're the chalice, you get to be filled with spirit and overflowing. So one of the big things through all of this is you do learn a lot about your self-love, because with this patience, with this drawing out, you're like, oh my God, why is it taking so long? And usually what happens when things are taking so long is it's happening for us, of course, but it's for us to be able to reflect, gives us time and gives them time to work on their self-love as well as us. Because if we get into a relationship now, we're going to be at the current level of vibration, and it's probably a lower vibration because um, that means we're going to do what we've always done and get what we've always gotten, and we're like, I'm tired of that. So things go slow so that we don't draw in that type of relationship. We allows us to kind of cut away the sandbags from the hot air balloon of love, allows our love vibration to go up and theirs to go up, and then we meet at a higher love, which is not full of deceit and lying and arguments and all those other delicious things we experience in lower vibrational love and relationships and experiences, right? So I like this, that they're saying, yeah, first of all, it is very, yeah, very much, yeah, it's worth it, because they are in a way keeping all these other lower vibrational relationships that would come into your life, they're kind of blocking it, because you're like, you know what? You are worth it enough for me right now for me not to say, done with you, who's next? And then lower vibrational. It's allowing you this beautiful opportunity, right? And so, like you said, it's exactly what you're doing. You've got this Justice card, which is with your Ace of Swords here. You're cutting away and balancing things out, cutting away your old fears, your old thoughts, your own beliefs, that served you to give you that experience of feeling limited and small and worthless, all those other delicious lower vibrational thoughts and beliefs that we were fed in our life, right? You're cutting those away, and the balancing is coming in here, and balancing of heart and mind with the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. Again, new higher love, higher love, balancing of things is happening here. So um, they are they're allowing you the space to do this inner work, and they are also doing that inner work. And I like all this because we do show here. Let me see. Got to put these in order. I can't hold them all at once. So one at a time. You got the magician card, which is again you stepping into your power, your energy, and whatever you're learning that whatever you focus on with your energy is what grows and expands when we're focusing on lower vibrational fears and energy like we fear what we're missing. We fear what will leave our life. We focus on what we hate in our life. Like, oh, it's interesting. When I focus on all that stuff, it seems to expand and grow. But when I focus in on my self love, unconditional love, and gratitude and joy, that grows. And I see that you're doing during this ahas of your manifestation of where you're focusing your energy is coming about. And so you're seeing this and you're like, ah, so, because what happens when you fill up with this love here, you can kind of almost put it up here. You realize that the love you've been looking for is in here, and all the 10 of cups of the outside world that we're looking to fill from the outside world never gets filled out there. But once you have your self love, you see how it overflows and it kind of fills up all the outside cups too. It doesn't mean that you're like, "Oh, I don't need anyone anymore." Well, we don't need anyone anymore, but it doesn't mean that we don't want to be with anyone anymore. It just transforms your life, with this self-love because it's like a 10-course meal that we're looking for inside, we're looking for. A 10-course meal with 2 desserts is what Spirit presented it to me as. But all that the outside world can offer is it's a giant dessert bar, third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert, but there's no meals out there. The meal is inward and upward where we find that self-love and we're like, wow, all right. So that's why they're always disappointing me in the outside world because I'm looking for something from them that they can't give me. And so once I find it on the inside, I can always make room for more dessert. I'm like, yeah, I still want third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert from this person or persons, whoever, whatever the situations are. And it's like, yeah. And then instead of the world falling short and lacking all the time, it's overflowing and abundant. And that's what this represents here is this wonderful energy. And we go from, here's this wonderful balancing energy of the star card, but it feels like a dream come true because everything is pouring out, this love is pouring out into every area of my life because I found it from my higher self on the inside, and everything anyone's giving is above and beyond extra. And we go from focusing on the disappointments here, seeing that I have the 2 of cups, I get to choose in each moment what emotion that I'm feeling. Is it of higher unconditional love or is it of fear, of losing conditional love, that lower vibrational love? And it's amazing because we do have this, we come here to experience all that stuff. We want to experience the lower vibrational because then we understand what high vibration is. I experience unconditional love more when I have experienced conditional love, right? I understand what joy is when I've experienced sadness. I know what, I don't realize I'm breathing air until I'm 6 feet underwater looking up at air going, "Ah, that is air and this is non-air," So it definitely transforms here. And you've got the moon card. So the moon is, Mother Luna, emotions, such deep emotions, and there's so much, that we experience here. So it feels like it definitely is worth it being patient with Trey because you're learning about you, and then you start to learn a lot more about Trey when we see them as not falling short but of being the perfect person that I need in my life right now, or that I must have wanted in my life right now, because there they are. And you start to, instead of, you know, identifying where they're falling short, you start focusing on what you're grateful for from them. And that does transform relationships, especially when you start looking at yourself and you start realizing what of your own self that you're grateful for instead of where you're falling short, right? Ah, very good. Yeah, I love it. And trusting the cycles of the moon, right? That everything we feel on purpose for a purpose. You know, like I'm starting a moon day Mondays. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna try this afternoon, work on my first video of the moon energies of the following week. And the moon is wonderful. You know, we are emotional beings, uh, full of a lot of water. So the moon cycles and the moon, whatever sign the moon is in at the moment, it's like we have these journeys and these experiences. They're not right or wrong. It's just an experience. And when we stop judging ourselves so harshly with what we're feeling and what is happening, what isn't happening, we start to enjoy each step of the journey instead of trying to get to the end there. So yeah, right. That this The blue super full moon in Pisces, talk about an explosion of emotion, right? And connection to the spirit world. It's like the veil was very thin. I'm surprised we didn't see dead people walking around. But I like it. I like this for you. Yeah, and there is movement and action. So just trust here. You've got, you know, two nights, which are movement of emotion, movement of thought. So this is like spirit saying you have been making progress, and um, be proud of the journey and the movement that you've made in both your heart emotions and your mind. The emotions that you've left behind that no longer serve you, the mental beliefs that no longer serve you. You have been making progress, and they want to make sure you're aware of that too. So I like that for you, Angelica. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely. And thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that, and enjoy this adventure. All righty. Okay, and then we'll scroll back up here. Have a blessed day. And Goldie, we left off with you, and you want to know who is coming towards you. So let's take a look here and see um, what we have here. Wow. So you've got two twos here, which is all about this power of choice coming in here. And I like this. It feels like there's energetic choices. You know, we have fated people who are destined to come into our life. You know, we have like a minimum experience that we're definitely always going to experience regardless of anything we do. We got these fated individuals, but then we have this experience, this ultimate experience, where it's like when you go on vacation, you have a vacation package that's standard, like this is what you're going to have. But then you can purchase other experiences like scuba diving, horseback riding, the luau. You know, these things were not included, but they're things you can add on. Well, there's a relationship, possibility of a relationship, but I feel like there's two different people. And this is all up to you, because you have the Two of Swords, which is close your mind and open your heart. If you do that, you're either gonna have like a cerebral experience or a heart experience. Which, what I mean by that is, you're either going to have an experience of someone that you think you're supposed to be experiencing, should, need to, have to, that's more like pleasing others, trying to fit in, or like, well, this is what I should do. And then you have someone that's your heart, like your high heart is like, oh my God, that's someone that is like so different than anyone you've ever would date or hang around with or meet. And you're like, well, this is my norm. Am I going to do the norm, or am I going to go off book and go, wow, I'm going to go experience this? And that's up to you, because you have the Two of Wands, which is your choice and your energy that's coming in here. And it is definitely a growth experience, because you have the Empress card, which is all about abundance, birth, newness, creativity, sensuality. So You have this you have two individuals heading towards you, one that's the norm and one that would, I feel like, would really bring in this creativity and this new experiences for you. Um, so of course, your your heart is going, "Hey, choose choose B. Don't go A, choose B." Your heart, because your heart wants this. Your mind's going, "Shh, don't listen to them. Choose A." That's the safe thing to do, the comfortable thing to do. But your heart's like, it's like your mind and your heart go back and forth between two options of opportunities to meet and to pursue. And it is a higher experience for you, if you choose it. But there's no right or wrong. And that's what they wanted to tell you. In this particular situation, it is for you. So I like it. I like it. And that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. Right. And then we have Smooth Life. You're up next. You want to know, what can you expect the rest of the month? All right. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit wants you to know. Of course, there's always more things, right? But this is one thing that you can expect the rest of the month. You do have this significant ending and beginning in the outside world. Normally, this is about abundance, but with a 10 and the death and rebirth card here, this combination is like, this is overshadowing this. There's a significant change in the outside world that comes in, and it's okay. The big thing about um, life is that it's always unfolding for us. It's never a punishment. Even though we're taught you reap what you sow and karma, you karmic debt, and it's like, no, it's an adventure, it's a journey. When things are moved out of our life, it's because there's a plot twist that's coming in for us, and it's designed to help us learn, and to grow, and to eliminate something to make space for something bigger. It's always an upgrade, it's always for us. So try not to let fear come in when, our little inner child, of course, likes everything to stay the same and please don't change. I like safety and security and boringness. That's our little inner child. I don't want different. I want the same over and over again. Don't bring in change. And then change happens and we're like, whoop whoop, alarms go off, the little inner child freaks out. But just to prepare yourself that there is a significant change this month, but it's for you, and try to, it's for me, it's for me, it's for me, because it is. So that's what's coming in here, but it is in the outside world. It's, whether it's a change of location where you live or job or people, someone passing, maybe, not to spread fear or anything, but there's a significant change that alters your course, but again, it's designed for you. So that's what they have. All right, many blessings for you. And up next, we've got Lynx Lee. Hello, hello. So Leo's feelings and next actions towards you. Let's take a look here and see. Leo's actions or feelings was first, and then the next actions. All right. Well, that's interesting. So we've got, their feelings are joy and celebration and this, great energy here. But their next actions, we've got the King of Swords, which the King of Swords not only co-rules over the thinking and thought process with the Queen, all the kings are given a second portion of air, so more thinking, they're way in their heads. So their next actions are to overthink things, to really, really overthink things. And uh, I don't feel like their next action is decided. I feel like they're looping in their head. It's like when something's loading on your computer or your phone and it's going, the little circles going, you're like, okay, hello? Anyone in there? Hello? Anyone in there? And that's what I feel is coming in here. They have this joy and they're like, it's exciting, it's fun. The Three of Cups is this overflowing kind of feeling, but it's like, well, but what about what's this? What about that? What about this? And what if I do that? What if this? Well, what about this? And they're just a lot of fears, a lot of overthinking that's going on. Um, I know you wish that it would probably be over communicating because you're like, can you just talk to me and communicate with me? But no, they're all up here. There's all these conversations that they're playing in their head and they're not making it out into the outside world. So, um, I don't see any, like, I don't feel like there's significant movement in that here in the next couple of days here. I was asking for clarity on like, well, when does it load? When does it come out there? And they're just like, nope, that's a need to know and not need to know right now. So whenever I get a message like that, it's designed for us. While that's taking time loading, what can I do with that time for me? What of my own thoughts? What am I overthinking? What thoughts and beliefs and mindsets do I have? What's bubbling up within me? Whenever things slow down and take time, it means it's time to reflect. Because when that slows down, we're like, well, what am I going to do while I'm waiting? Oh, I can work on me, and that's what's coming in there. So that's what's happening, Linksley. Yay! Many blessings for you. All right. Hey, Janice. Oh, good. I'm so glad that resonated. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for letting me know that. I love hearing that. All right. So, Libra girl, you'd like a love reading, and you are single. All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. Okay. Well, I know this looks great, doesn't it? Which for you, being a Libra, you definitely are like, yes, thinking, thinking, thinking. I know I'm an Aquarius and Capricorn rising. So I love thinking and analyzing. And this is the Capricorn Saturn energy, the Nine of Swords. It's getting towards the end of the nightmares and the insomnia, all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the must around love. All of this is the questioning of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around what love is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. All these opinions that were given to us when we were growing up, and we took on as our own opinion, we took it on as our own habit of thinking and our own reaction of thinking around love. But now this is a whole huge questioning and a shaking and a rattling of thoughts and beliefs to free you from the shackles that are holding you down. And what that does, when we're getting a ton of um, all these opinions and all these expectations, they become these blinders, like a horse has blinders, right? It just starts to form, and it limits, 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 limits to where we see a very thin line of how love has to happen, who it has to be with, all the blah blah blah, right? But then it gets shaken, it gets rattled, and we get to start opening up because this relationship's on back order for 1,000 years. But the more we release these thoughts and these beliefs, the more we're open and seeing more opportunities, and things are able to ship immediately, instead of waiting 1,000 years because it's on back order. So I like this, that what's happening is this, looking at what are all these rules, these fears I have, small t truths around what a relationship is supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be in it, who they are, how we're supposed to meet, how it's supposed to go, where it's supposed to end up. All this restriction, this cage, that shaking and that rattling allows you to see the cage and that you can escape it, so you can have this adventure in love instead of all of the air being sucked out of the wind of the sail, and to where it stands still, because that's what all those expectations do. So I like this freedom that's coming in here, and some good thinking, some good evaluation of all these rules. So freedom awaits. Right. That's what they have for you, Libra girl. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you are up next. So hello, hello. How does that Aquarius perceive you? Uh-oh. Those Aquarians, I tell you, probably in some weird way. So let's take a look here. How does the Aquarius perceive you? And of course, whenever we ask how other people perceive us, I love the meme that says other people's opinion of us is none of our business because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So if I'm feeling sick, I'm gonna have a low opinion of you. When I'm feeling great and bubbly, I have a higher opinion of you. It depends on my mood, depends on how I perceive you, right? So always keep that in mind. So they see you here as someone who is nurturing. There's this mother nature, mother nurture type of energy that comes in here. And the King of Cups, balancing of heart and mind. So a very stable type of energy, a very grounded energy. They see you here. And so this is good. I definitely feel it's a positive thing that this is how they perceive you as a person and an individual, which they find attractive because they want someone who's nurturing, not someone who's attacking and diminishing, but you're someone who wants to create, someone who wants to grow in life, and you're balanced in heart and mind. You're not overly so intellectual you can't share your emotions, but you're not overly emotional, which from an Aquarius point of view is more the positive thing, that you're not this overly emotional person that can't think, because Aquarius, being the water bearer, they're able to really contain their emotions in those vessels. So Aquarians can get a bad rap sometimes of being cold and distant and unfeeling, and they're like, no, they have emotions that run deep, but they are able to compartmentalize emotions and put it over here and here. That's why Aquarians a lot of times are able to maintain calmness in weird situations because they're able to keep all that in a forest field while they, use their minds to think of how do we solve this situation. They don't freak out as easily, at least externally. The freaking out is kept in a jar and it doesn't escape. So hopefully that helps. They see you as someone who's balanced. They see you as someone who, has emotion, but you're also intellectual, and they like that nurturing side. They're like, I like that because Aquarius energy, Aquarians, they have this desire to help the world, right? To change the world. They care about the entire world. Sometimes they forget to care for individuals that make up the world because they see everyone as one giant world. So hopefully that helps you understand them a little bit too with your interactions with them. That's what they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you. And then soul searching vibe. Hello, hello. So you'd like a future self a message from your future self. So let's take a look here and see what your future self wants you to know right now. Look out, run. No, I'm just kidding. You ever see those movies where there's someone who lives like 2 seconds in the future or 10 seconds and they're screaming and everyone's going like, oh my God, what's about to happen? Because they're screaming. It's funny. All right. Well, here's your future self or your higher self, which is also your future self, right? And I like this. They are calling you to get to know and spend a lot of time with your higher self, pursuing higher knowledge. Because you've got the King of Swords here, which is about higher knowledge. They're the master of wisdom, of communication too. But with both of these coming in together, it is significant about seeing things from this higher perspective, from your higher self. You've got the Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in eternal, unconditional love. That's the wisdom of eternity, right? And it's double edged. It also allows you to cut away fears and thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. And the message with the strength card that comes in here is like, this is your human self. And before you are aware of your higher self and your future self, um, the lion feels like it's on its own and it's taught to fill up this empty feeling inside of your heart. um, Look to the outside world, relationships, situations, and things. Those things are going to fill you up and make you feel full. And so the lion, we all do, we go out there, we eat of relationships, we eat of situations like jobs, education, etc. We eat and of things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. And we get more hungry and we're like, why is it that this stuff doesn't fill me up? Eventually, the lion becomes very hungry, hungry, angry. It's roaring in the jungle. But that's when we meet our higher self and we connect more to the higher realms. And our higher self doesn't try to kill off our ego, our human side of us, because it knows that what it's searching for is unconditional love. It's not finding it in the outside world because it can only find it inward and upward from our higher self. And so this wisdom that's coming in here is realizing and cutting away those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets that the outside world can fulfill us. And we're discovering inward and upward all of that knowledge, all of this experience, right? And that's what's great, is because we don't stop experiencing the outside world, going, oh, okay, back home, psh, psh, and we're back there. It's like, oh, wow, we start off experiencing life as a human, not aware of our higher self or future self. And then uh, we discover it, and we're like, wow, okay, so I'm more than just this character. I'm this actor behind the character, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And it doesn't destroy it, it completes it. And then we walk together in a whole new way, not feeling this emptiness, but feeling this wholeness and seeing the world completely differently. And we explore it differently. So I feel like this is the message from your future self: is connect more, see that you're so much more than the human, of course, but that you don't have to destroy who you are. You get to complete who you are by joining together your human and your higher self. If you want more, know more about that, you can check out my um, I have a free video series called You Times Two. It's in the playlist on my main page, and it talks all about that coming together of those two, if that interests you or if that resonates with you. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Schlock, we are to you finally. So you are up. So you want to know, what are Anushka's true feelings for you, and when will she reconcile with you? No contact. All right, let's take a look here. So let's see here. What are her true feelings for you right now? And then, will you reconcile? And if so, when? All right, wow. All right. 3 cards came flying out. So Anushka's true feelings right here. There's this, this is normally a victory card. But this is about being seen. And I feel like their true feelings for you here is, in a way, they didn't feel like they were seen. The um, their true selves was not seen. They There was like this equal attraction between the two of you, with the three wands on each side with that 6 of wands. But what's coming through here, the thing that stood out the most for them is that that you didn't see them for who they really were. Um, and then that doesn't have to have anything to do with you at all, because of course we are all mirrors for each other, right? So their true feelings for you have to do with their feelings for themselves. Your feelings for Anushka have to do with your true feelings for yourself. So, this, her not feeling that she was seen, is because she wasn't feeling like she could truly see herself. So she was seeing that reflected in you. You can't help that. You're a mirror. They're going to see what they're going to see. She also can't help what you see when you look at her. It's You can look and see, what did I see when I looked at her? How is that how I see myself, right? Because when you're looking at, when will you reconcile? We've got the slowest moving night, the also another patience with the hanged man. This is about you looking, transformation. whenever you have cards, slow cards with relationship that come in, these are all about um, things being slow and distance and everything on purpose so that you can look at yourself. It always slows down so that we don't have lower vibrational experiences, because then we are always doing what we've always done and get the kind of relationships that we've always gotten, right? So reconciling, they're like, it's not going to be for a while, because the distance and the time apart is designed for you both to work on yourselves, which also is reiterated with the Hierophant card coming in, which is this invitation from your higher self to find your capital T truth of who you really are, not the supposed to be, should be, need to be, these beliefs that are rooted in fears, but who are you truly? What do you truly want in life? And so there's this nudging of both of you to be separate so you could look at yourself. Again, what did I see in that mirror? What of my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about myself, about love, about life are rooted in fear, and I can let those go because they don't serve me anymore. What emotions are inside of me that don't serve me anymore, that are lower vibration, that make me feel limited and small and restricted and blinded and bound. All these beliefs were given this pocket of time and distance so that you can do that inner work. It would take both of you doing that inner work. And once you both raise your low vibration, things would speed up and there could be reconciliation at that point if you both desire it at that point as well. So that's what's coming in for you, Schlock. Hopefully it was worth the wait. Sorry that it took a while to get to you there. So many blessings to you. All right. And I do have a donation coming in. So Pinky, if we get to you, you will be the next free reading. I am going to only be on for about 14 more minutes, and then I'll be headed over to my praying mantis session with my members. So if you want to join us there, all you have to do is become a member at praying mantis level, which is $7.99 a month, and it gives you free access to those sessions we have after every one of these. I won't be on again until Friday morning, next Friday. I do go on Thursday evenings with my praying mantis members as well, where from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, where we do Q&A, we pull cards, we do a whole bunch of stuff communicating with spirit. So if you're interested, come check it out. All right, Alexis, thank you so much. And I see your question. Thank you for your donation. So you left a job that was draining. Hallelujah. And you feel like this is going to be a time of transformation for you. Yeah. And you're wanting any kind of guidance from spirit. Absolutely. And congratulations on doing that. I know it takes a lot of courage to go against the grain and leave a draining job instead of continue to be drained like a vampire, right? So let's take a look here. See what spirit wants you to know. What guidance do they have for you here? All right. So you got 1133. So let's see what this means here. Yeah. Well, affirmation here. Great choice. If you needed a card to represent the ending and the beginning, here it is. Here's you at that job, all those expectations, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, that was draining all of your energy. This was the ending and the beginning, and so again, a kudos to you here for ending that, because it was time for you to end that. So confirmation, validation, always a good thing to come in there. And then, yeah, you got the judgment card here. Double endings and double new beginnings. Definitely, you are being called here from your higher self out of this dead end job, out of the coffin, into life instead of existing, into living. So, again, another card saying, yeah, you have a higher calling, someplace that is going to be more vibrant for you to share your energy, to share your beautiful gifts and love in your heart with the world. So you definitely with this it's like, the 10 ending and beginning, double endings and beginnings, they're like, yeah, it definitely was time to end. And I feel like there's also changes that you're making in the outside world regarding this too. That's why this double ending beginning is the job was a big, huge piece of it, but there's other things that are you're altering and going, these things don't serve me anymore. And I like this purging and this changing. Yeah. Yeah. Cause here it is. Yep, here's the devil card, right? Again, this uh, shaking and the rattling of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be that you've had, and the Saturn. You might even be in your Saturn return if you know what that is. It's usually, I think, it's around mid 20s is when we really start to feel the impact of it. But and then again in I think our 50s, it's like however long it takes Saturn to get around in orbit to go back to where it is in your birth chart. It's like it takes time, and when it comes around the first time, it really shakes and rattles our cage. The second time it comes around, we see lessons to learn in what everyone else is going through too. But I feel like this is a major rattling of your cage and a change of how we're seeing things here. So I really like that because this is setting free, and it definitely reiterates what's at the root of this big shaking up in your life. You're just like, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be caged. I'm ready to live. And here you go. You got the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself and choosing for you in your life instead of everyone else, right? And here's this new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles opening up. So, new birth, harvest, very much Mother Nature and freedom. The Empress comes before the Emperor and the Hierophant, which those can represent like the rules of society, the rules of, organized religion and organized spirituality. She's before all that, free in nature to roam and create her path instead of trying to live up to what everyone else is doing here too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Let your dreams, the 10 of cups very much is this allowing yourself to fill up and flow out to the world. There's this again, another 10, which is the ending of the old ways of thinking what will bring me fulfillment, and really getting into this connection, going, what makes your heart sing? Which is what you're saying with music. It's like, what makes your heart sing? What makes your heart feel full and complete? And do that, right? You also have the Seven of Wands, which is standing up for your um, passion, standing up for yourself and doing what you're wanting to do, not worrying about what everyone else is thinking or saying, blah, blah, blah. There's jealousy, there's feelings of low self worth. And why do you get to live your dream and I don't get to live mine? I don't know why I just suddenly went into like a country, Southern accent, but that's what came in. And I like this standing true to you and allowing yourself to stand up and be seen, like on a hill. This is standing out, kind of is almost like a spotlight too, being in the spotlight. Allow yourself that. Something to look at here with the Six of Pentacles, and I like this balancing that you're doing in your life with the Six of Pentacles, is that you get to see, um, oh, that's why. So the people around you, boom. Okay, well, that's why. I love it. And the Six of Pentacles is about abundance coming in, but there's also something, if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen playlist, there are videos that are 10 minutes or less that bring us different information. Episodes 4 and 5 are about fated events and allowing things to come in sooner. 4 is about our energy and where we focus it, which is really helpful. But I think it's episode 5 talks about the Six of Pentacles and about, becoming aware of what's below the surface. what beliefs are on autopilot around this out of balance giving and receiving, where we might have this over giving to receive very little mentality and belief program that's running below the surface from our earlier years, usually 7 years old and younger. So we have that down there, but that video helps us identify what it is and how we can transform that. Because if you feel like you want a whole bunch, but you feel like there's forest fields that have been keeping you away, that's our little child self that's at the command center of the forest fields. And it talks about how we can chat with them about transforming this and changing this to where we can let those down and allow this abundance to come in. So I love it. Very, very much supported here. All about standing up and creating and being creative and just getting out of those old mindsets, clearing away the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, and living your dream and sharing this with you, your heart with the world through music and songs. So I like it. I like it. I like it. It'll be an unordinary country songs, right? Because I feel like you'll be talking about an old joke that I heard growing up was, what do you get when you play a country song backwards? Well, you get your job back, you get your wife back, you get your dog back. Because it's usually all about loss. But I like that it's like this. I feel like your approach will be more transformative and more, upbeat and not so much about rehearsing and nursing old wounds, but about transformation. And I feel like it's an important thing that you do. So I like it for you, Alexis, and that's what they have for right now, the guidance. But check out my Take 10 with Zen playlist, especially episodes 4 and 5. I feel like that will help you at this time. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, very good. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, and I'm only gonna be on for about 4 more minutes. I do have one more donation that came in, so that's probably gonna be it for me for today. Let's see, how far did we get down in the free readings here? Yeah, I got through most of them here. So for those of you that I was not able to get through today, my apologies. I will be going into my praying mantis session. So if you want to join us there, you just need to become a member. It's $7.99 a month, like I said. I'll be back Thursday night for my praying mantis members. And then the next time I do free readings is Friday morning. But I do have, hopefully, I'll have a Moon Day Monday video tomorrow. Tuesdays, I usually will put out my Take 10 with Zen, a pick a card on Wednesday. And if you need answers today, if you check out my main channel, I have a ton of pick a cards that are separated out, some of them by relationship, job, finance, career. So you can also follow your heart, and Spirit will guide you to answers there too. So thank you guys so much. All right. So I think, is this right? And I believe here, I think the name on here is different. I think is this Shane? Usually you put your name here, like your name, but whoever donated, yes, Shane. Okay, I was like, this is Shane, right? Um, so Shane, hey, thank you for your donation. I am having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, hello, sister of Shane. All right, so for your sister. All right. So let's take a look here. Will you and Chip ever meet? All right. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about Chip here. All right. No problem, Shane. All right. Hey, Amber. All right. So let's take a look here. See what we've got going on. All right. So You've got 3, 3, and 1, if those numbers mean anything here. I see that there's gonna be communication here. With this Ace of Swords, I feel like there's new communication and, we've got a lot of that going on here. Let me throw that down here. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, which I don't feel like there's a fast meeting here because the 9 of Pentacles is about spending time getting to know your own independence, your own worth, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles, which is the home kind of card here. Wow, I'm just dropping everything. But it just feels like there's this getting comfortable with our own worth in relationship to the outside world. And, here's spirit in the garden here with an individual. And the 4 of Pentacles is about realizing that the outside world, it falls short when we're using it to define who we are. We feel unstable because all those things are unstable in the outside world. Relationships, situations, and things, all unstable, right? People change, people walk away, people pass away, right? Jobs, education, all of that stuff, always changing. Our bodies, bank accounts, things deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. All of that is very unstable. And when we define ourselves by it, that's retail price. That's what am I worth out there? And then that's why it's so fickle and unstable. One day we're a big parka coat in Alaska, priceless, right? People are in a winter, especially, they're just desiring us. But we're that same parka coat on the equator on a tropical island during the summer. We're on the clearance rack. That's the instability of the outside world. So I feel like there's a pause in meeting because it's about you getting to know your worth and growing your self-worth inward and upward based on this unconditional eternal love from above. That's our foundation. That's the only stable thing in this realm. Then you find the stability, then it's like, then you start seeing the outside world differently too, which is where this transformation comes in here. We move from these feelings of lack, these feelings of being abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind. And we've got these fears, these interactions we had with the unstable humans that made us feel left out in the cold. But there's this beautiful transformation that's happening for you here with this justice card. You can see the Ace of Swords and the scales here. You're beginning to look at these beliefs and these old mindsets, and you're given the space to do this, without not meeting someone and going forward with them. Because if we do what we've always done, we're going to get what we've always gotten, right? And that's where this balancing is coming in. You're starting to see things from a higher perspective and cutting away the fears of abandonment, of being left behind, rejection, that type of energy that comes in with that. And so you start approaching relationships on the outside differently because you're finding what you've been looking for on the inside, right? So you have this time of looking inward and upward, and you have this transformation that changes of how you're seeing things on the outside world, and you start making different decisions for yourself. You feel more in command of going, you know what, I don't have to go the route that everyone else has told me I'm supposed to go, should go, need to go, have to go. I'm deciding for me, and you are making adjustments and changes here. So all of that to say that you don't meet right away because you're given the time and the space to evolve that, to change that, because then you're both raising your love vibration to a different place. Whereas this other, if you met right now, you would basically end up like you've had with other relationships, lower vibration, full of fear based things, full of arguments, yay, cheating, all those things that we come here to experience in lower vibration. But I feel like you've had enough of that. And that's why there's this hold on meeting, because you guys are changing, you're cutting away these sandbags that have held you before. I do feel like that there is this meeting, coming in here, because you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is, know that whether it's chip or not, you do have this fated relationship, because here's together, children, dog, ancestry with old man, palace, coins. So there is this wholeness and this fullness, but it starts with finding that on the inside, and then um, you change directions and you find something that is more in fulfillment of yourself. So excellent. So hopefully, and let me know if she has any questions. If she's not, you said she obviously she's probably not watching this right now. But that's what they have. And again, thank you so much for your donation. And to everyone else, I'm going to head off to my praying mantis session that's starting right now. So I'm going to jet, but just to make sure, if you haven't checked out, this is the winners video of the winners from last week, plus my drawings for tomorrow and important updates around what I'm offering and when. And then if you also missed my announcement, I'm going to have 50% off my services for the rest of 2023. For most of the services, my pre-recorded personal readings, Hedge of Peace and Love, and Wishing Upon a Star Astro readings. So all that information is also listed in the description box of the video, and I also posted on the community page and my social media. So again, thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you guys take care. We'll see you.